What's the benefit of carrying a tactical pen versus carrying a knife? Hey everybody, my name's Chelsea Kyann. I'm a professional MMA fighter and a boxer. I'm also a personal trainer and a self-defense coach. Thanks for joining me on the Atomic Bear channel. There's a lot of questions you should ask yourself before you decide what self-defense weapon is best for you. Today, I'm going to highlight some of the reasons that I would recommend using a tactical pen over carrying a knife for self-defense. Both can be great self-defense tools, but there are different reasons why you would choose one or the other. A lot of people underestimate the tactical pen, but it can actually be a very effective, non-lethal self-defense option. Carrying something like a knife or a firearm is a huge responsibility, and you have to be okay with the possibility of taking someone's life if you have to use them to defend yourself. If you're not okay with that, there's nothing wrong with that. That's a big burden to carry. If you would prefer to carry a non-lethal option, the tactical pen is a great choice. Not all self-defense situations require lethal force either. Someone might not even be threatening you physically, but you want to have something with you to use just in case things go awry. A tactical pen will give you the option to respond with non-lethal force. Statistics show that a non-lethal self-defense attack is actually 5 times more likely if you're in the United States. Pulling out a knife in a potentially dangerous situation could escalate that situation. Maybe you get into a situation that you're not sure is going to be dangerous or not, and you pull out your tactical pen just in case. Pulling out a tactical pen, even when it doesn't look like a tactical pen, could definitely reduce the risk of escalating a potentially dangerous situation. If we can de-escalate a situation and step away from it without any sort of physical violence, that's ideal. Not only that, a knife and a tactical pen are both used in a close range situation when someone is in your personal space. Using a knife in those types of situations is going to be way more difficult than using a tactical pen. Last thing you want to happen is your knife to be taken from you and used against you. Yes, this can happen with a tactical pen, but the ramifications of that are way less severe than a knife. Tactical pen can also be carried in situations where knives might be prohibited. There's many countries or many places even in the United States where knives are not allowed, such as going to school, going to the office, or even just going out and about. Tactical pen would be a better option in those situations. You want to make sure that when you're defending yourself, you're still protecting yourself legally. Make sure you know what all of the laws and the rules are in the area that you live. Both tools require training in order to feel confident using them in a situation where you're stressed out and your adrenaline is running high. But carrying a knife requires way more training than carrying a pen does. Training in general is extremely important, whether you're doing weapons training or martial arts training. In reality, both of those things go together hand in hand very well. And that's an ideal combination for a complete self-defense training system. But in reality, not everyone has time and money to invest into training in all of these things and to be proficient at them at 100%. So if you fall into the category where you want a tool that requires a little bit less training, the tactical pen is going to be a better choice over the knife. You really don't want to carry a knife or any weapon for that matter if you're not 100% confident in it. If you carry something that you're not well trained in, you're probably hurting yourself more than helping yourself. A knife is definitely going to look a little bit more menacing, and it could scare an attacker off. And maybe that's what you want. Or maybe you want something that's less conspicuous and easier to conceal. Tactical pens are small, they're lightweight, they're very durable, and honestly, if you already carry a pen with you wherever you go, it's kind of a no-brainer to swap it out with a tactical pen. Only thing that I would say with that is that if you use your pen for work and you're giving it to clients or customers to use, keep a regular pen for them and keep the tactical pen for yourself. The last thing that you want to do is give a stranger one of your weapons.
Hi there, if you're liking the video so far, please subscribe to our channel and hit the bell. This way you won't miss our awesome content. I also wanted to extend an offer on behalf of Chelsea. If you visit the website theatomicbear.com and get yourself one of our tactical pen, you will save 15% using the code Chelsea. We are the #1 tactical pen brand in the United States. Our pens write super well and are designed with self-defense in mind. Find the details in the description below.
If you're not sure what a tactical pen is, it has a sharp side, and the other side also works as a pen. These tactical pens from the Atomic Bear are great because they come with a little safety cap for the sharp side, so you can feel safe when you're practicing with it or when you're carrying it. It also makes it more conspicuous, and it makes it look like it's not even a weapon at all. Of the time, if you're using a tactical pen to defend yourself, you're going to be using it with different strengths, and it's going to be easily gripped in your hand. There's not a lot of extra room here for someone to try and grab it and take it from you. You're going to have a fairly good grip on the tactical pen. A knife is going to do way more damage than a tactical pen, but maybe you want something that's not going to do a ton of damage to someone and possibly take their life. You just want something that's going to give you opportunities to escape the situation. When it comes to concealing a weapon, obviously this is not very concealed. If I put a hoodie or a jacket over it, yes, that would cover it up. Maybe it's summertime, maybe you live in a warm climate, you don't want to wear a hoodie or a jacket over to conceal this. This is going to be very, very obvious and everyone's going to know what this is. On the other hand, I have the tactical pen on me right now and you can barely see it. And even if you do see it, again, it just looks like a pen. Especially if you keep the cap on the sharp side, which I would definitely recommend when you're carrying it around. You don't want to accidentally stab yourself. Even if you're going to keep this in a bag or a purse, you can clip it into a pocket so it's easy to grab and it's going to take up way less space than carrying a knife. Cap is also great so when you're practicing with it, you don't accidentally hurt whatever you're practicing on or whoever you're practicing on. Whatever tool you use, make sure you're extremely confident in it, you have a plan, and you know how you're going to carry it. Personally, I like to have lots of different options when it comes to self-defense tools. I don't just pick one option. A tactical pen is a great self-defense tool to add to your toolbox. And when you're going out and about, you pick the self-defense tool that makes the most sense for the situation that you're going to be in. It never hurts to have more options, especially options that you feel very comfortable using.